Hi, my name is Ashley Goff, and I was the director of the pilgrimage from 1999 till 2018. So these are the two things that I still hold dear about my time with the pilgrimage. The first is the uncompromising vision of the pilgrimage and the work with our interns and YAVs. So first, the uncompromising vision. So one summer, like many summers, we had a week with two groups. One was from North Carolina and one was from Pittsburgh. The group from North Carolina shared with us that one of their young people was transgender, and that group leader from North Carolina also shared that information with the group leader from Pittsburgh. So the group leader from Pittsburgh had a mild freak out, as we might call it, and was very adamant about us doing things about who can use the bathroom and which bathroom this young person could use. So the Pittsburgh group leader was trying to make decisions for this young trans person. So we realized we needed some help and some wisdom and some guidance, so we called in Alex McNeil, who was the executive director, still is, of More Light Presbyterians and was living in Tacoma Park at the time. So Alex came down and Alex just talked us through how to work with the situation, how to embolden this young person from North Carolina, the trans young person, and was really helpful in clarifying with us that we already had this vision, this work that was about full participation of young people, and that the pilgrimage, prioritized marginalized voices of young people and really all people to shape the work that we were calling people to create a world made new. So Alex helped us set up boundaries for this young person so this young person could be safe and flourish in their time at the pilgrimage. So what it taught me was that there was just an uncompromising vision for the pilgrimage, that which is a biblical way to be in, just to really, we didn't cave. And we stood firm to our trust in the vision, that God welcomes all and also works for the full participation of all in God's history and presentness. So it pushed me to see that the pilgrimage, right, is not a program, it's not an idea, but it's about a way of showing up in the world. So that was a really important memory, still is a very important memory for me. So the second thing is the prioritizing of young people, again, through interns and young adult volunteers. So Pilgrimage just has an incredible community of pilgrimage interns and YAVs who are out there in the world doing their thing with this uncompromising vision. And many came to the pilgrimage for their summer or for their year, really questioning the church, their place in the church, the role that they could have in the church, if the church was even a place for them. So it turns out that through the summer, through this uncompromising vision, the answer was yes, there is a place. It was a place for them to be in the church. And so what I really loved witnessing was their learning and living in this incredibly relational way that was created at the pilgrimage. That, from how the weeks are planned, the pilgrimage weeks are planned, to how we work with group leaders, to how the weeks move forward, to how we center David and Deborah and National Coalition for the Homeless, and how, from how we had staff meetings to how we had one-on-one supervision. It was just an incredible experience to watch them be in relational culture versus being in a stunted bureaucracy of the church that would not seem to deny them their own flourishing and their own embracing of their identity as who they was as a young person, seeking a place and power in the church universal. So so watching their own inner life come alive in building this relational culture, right, in a creation that has basically gone awry, this relational culture that was teaching them that there's an alternative way of being church and of leading in ways that were vastly different from what they grew up with. So the pilgrimage has had an incredible run, and it is a death in a physical way. But God's promise is resurrection. And so the pilgrimage will be carried forth by this uncompromising biblical vision of a full participation of all, of centering the marginalized and exalting the ones who are forgotten, and carried forth by all the interns, the young people that come to the pilgrimage in general, and the Avs. So there are thousands of young people, some who aren't so young anymore, who experience this incredible, incredible holy way of the pilgrimage. And so for that, I give God thanks.